So the Cleveland Browns are a team that I think many would consider are a quarterback away from being a top contender in the NFL. At least I would say so. A really great defense, a lot of building blocks in place, but the contract and signing of Deshaun Watson has not even close to panned out to what the Browns probably were anticipating it was. He was a completely different player in Houston, and with the legal allegations against him, man, hey, he's just been terrible. Absolutely terrible. He stinks, and it probably will go down as one of the worst signings in NFL history. It begs the question, would the Browns have been better off riding with Baker Mayfield at quarterback? You know, could he have led this team, which they have built into a really solid unit all across the board? Could he have led them to, playoff contention and a Super Bowl? I mean, he did bring them into the playoffs before. Baker's had great success in Tampa Bay. So today's what if is, what if Baker Mayfield returned to the Cleveland Browns, and what would happen if they finally get back their quarterback? They drafted number 1 overall back in 2017, I believe, 2018. And let's see how this one shakes out, man. Let's take a look at the team. Everything is auto-simmed, 12-minute quarters, all Madden simulation, and we do have dev trait regression off as well, man. So if you guys do enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like for your boy, hit that sub button, and hit that noti bell to keep up to date. We're doing these every single week. Let's jump in. Baker Mayfield at quarterback. He's an 82 overall and a big improvement over what they have in Deshaun Watson, who's now down to a 70 overall in Madden 25. Baker's 29 years old and only normal development, but a very, very good quarterback. 94 throw power, 84 deep, 87 medium, 89 short, 85 throw on the run, 87 play action, and has 84 speed. So he's really a good quarterback and should play really well in this system. But he's already 29, so this is going to be a shorter what if. He's probably only going to play a couple seasons before, they move on. So he's going to have a short window, but we're going to follow him until he's done on the Browns, man. So can he lead this Browns team to a win now type of situation? X Factor running back Nick Chubb. He's got receivers, young receivers, Jerry Jeudy, Thrash. He's got Elijah Moore, Cedric Tillman. Tight end, one of the best tight ends in the game, 90 overall superstar, David Njoku. He's got Jack Conklin and Jedrick Wills on the outside with Dewan Jones on the left side as well. He's young. We're not editing the depth chart at all, so I can't play around with these guys. Bitonio at left guard, Zach Zinter, new right guard, and Ethan Pocic in the middle. Defensively, Myles Garrett, one of the best pass rushers in Madden. We do use him in our Atlanta Falcons CFM. You guys want to watch that, man? We stream over on Twitch, all our games, and we are halfway through, man. So go check it out, twitch.tv/Madden_dev. Link is in the description. Zadarius Smith on the other side, superstar pass rusher. He's getting old, though. Dalvin Tomlinson and Shelby Harris in the middle with Hall Jr. as well, rookie. They got Jordan Hicks, Devin Bush, JOK, Juan Thornhill, Grant Delpit, Rodney McLeod, Ronnie Hickman, superstar Denzel Ward with Greg Newsome on the other side, and Martin Emerson Jr. Amazing corners. This is a great defense and a very good offense as well, man. So it's going to be interesting to see how Baker plays in this scheme. He's been there before. Hopefully he can fit in seamlessly. So let's head for the end of season 1 and see how Baker fares. Can this team make the playoffs in his first year back in Cleveland? Okay, and the Browns missed the playoffs at 10-7 in the AFC. Oh my God, was it a loaded AFC? Was it ever? 10-7, usually enough to make the playoffs, especially in Madden Sim, and we do not make it. What were the standings, man? All right, so we lose the divisional tiebreaker with the Steelers. Colts were also 10-7. So Colts and Browns at 10-7 both missed the playoffs. AFC was absolutely loaded. Ravens went 16-1 in Sim. Jets 12-5. Bengals 12-5. Wow, Jets so much different than real life. Texans, Chargers, Chiefs, crazy. Let's check out the stats. Okay, Baker back in Cleveland only throws for 3,100 yards. Really underwhelming yardage total. Goes 26 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. So did take care of the football, but you want to see more than 3,100 yards. He did play all 17 games as well. Rushing, Chubb goes 1,100 yards and 13 touchdowns. Jerome Ford added 6. Baker actually had 360 yards rushing. Receiving, bad year. 3 guys go 600 yards, but nobody really does anything remarkable. And then defensively, Myles Garrett, by far the leading sacker, but it was kind of just a very mid-year for this team all around. Defense obviously outplayed the offense. We had the 26th ranked yardage offense. So, Baker, you know, you got to throw for more yards, buddy. Got to throw. We had the 29th ranked passing offense, the number 3 ranked rushing offense, though. So, like, I know the Browns don't sling the rock, but 10-7 missing the playoffs is brutal. Hopefully, Baker, you know, shake off a little bit of the rust in year 1, and he's back to high-level Cleveland football in year 2. Okay, so here in year number 2, we do have some development. Njoku has gone up to X Factor. You know, Baker obviously only 3,000 yards, nothing crazy, but if he can continue to take care of the football, you know, I mean, he should still be able to get the job done. Now, the offensive line, Wyatt Teller is back and, you know, looking good at superstar. So we just really need to pass the ball more. They didn't bring in any new receiver talent. Defensively, we didn't bring in a middle linebacker, and it looks pretty bad middle linebacker-wise. DT's got worse, but defensive backfield is all still here. So we just got to lock in, man. Baker, lead this team to the promised land. We believe in you, buddy. It can't. I mean, they went 10-7. That's much better than they're doing in real life. Much better than Deshaun could have done with this team. So let's lock in. Let's get it done. Year number 2, 2025. I want to see Baker in the playoffs. Okay, the Baker Mayfield experiment is not living up to expectation. They go 7-10 here in 2025, the inverse of last year, and we missed the playoffs. I mean, what happened here? Baker can't pass the damn football worth a damn. 2,900 yards, 22 touchdowns, 17 picks. This Browns scheme is allergic to throwing at an elite level, apparently. Good yardage from Chubb, 910. Jerome Ford goes 9 touchdowns as well. Damn, receiving. I mean, it looks like they're just running the football a ton, which we know the Browns do, but Myles Garrett goes 12.5 sacks, and we only win 7 games. So it will be interesting to see, like, how long they hang on to Baker for, but maybe the window's closing for this team. Okay, 2026 is here, and Baker Mayfield is regressing down to an 80. He's 31, but he's still here in Cleveland, man. And he's ready to get it done. He's ready to get it done. He's still got really good ratings. He's got what it takes to get this team to the playoffs. I know it. All right? We got to believe in Baker. Let's hope, man. They did not re-sign David Njoku. They bring in a rookie tight end, Gore. Okay, I mean, they haven't brought in a new receiver this entire time. They didn't bring in a left tackle. I have no idea what they're doing with this team. They're not drafting well. They're not at all. This safety was X Factor. He was a 69 overall. Ends up being an X Factor. Holy smokes. It's insane. I mean, the defense still looks solid. Pretty solid. I mean, they're not bringing in linebackers. Outside linebackers still look good, but they need... it's going to be tough. I don't know how much better it's going to be this year, but... we'll see, man. Hopefully Baker can get the job done. Year 3, he's already 31. This is going to be much shorter than the what if number 1. I can tell you that much. Let's see Cleveland Browns in the playoffs. The window's closing. Baker needs to help them in their win now window. All right, 7-10 once again. Brown's scheme is supposed to be very good, but it's not really working out here. And Baker just, again, oh man, he was terrible. He was terrible. 23 touchdowns, 24 picks. It's safe to say that maybe the Browns are cursed, man. Baker not doing better. He does good in sim in the Bucks, but I think the Browns scheme just is really bad for passing quarterbacks. I'm not sure, but 2,900 yards, 23 touchdowns, 24 picks, man. Even rushing the ball was terrible. What is happening to this team? Is it because they got a really bad left tackle? How do we only run for 600 yards and 3 touchdowns with Chubb in a full 17 games? I mean, we legitimately might have had the worst offense in the NFL. Myles Garrett only had 4 sacks in all 17 games. What in God's name happened? We had the worst offense in the NFL. legitimately worst offense in the NFL, the worst passing offense. We had the number 23 rush defense as well. Oh, man, it was just a dumpster fire of a year. Dumpster fire of a year. Obviously, we got much worse, but Baker could be done after a year like that. I'm not going to lie, boys. It hasn't been pretty. And Baker Mayfield is out. 3 seasons he got in Cleveland, and they have moved on to a new rookie quarterback. And through 3 seasons, he went 10-7, missed the playoffs in the first year, and then 2 7-10 seasons. The Browns not doing well, and it's clear Baker Mayfield could not save the Cleveland Browns. He could not even get them to the playoffs, man. And he got close in the first year, but things fell off the rails quickly, and that could be Brown's scheme. But honestly, pretty similar to how it's going in real life. But we'll see how Jameis Winston turns that team around in real life. So that is it for this one. Baker Mayfield's done. Thus, the what if is done. And I'd say the first what if, Patrick Mahomes and Bryce Young. If you haven't seen that one, links in the description. But they switched places, and I would say that one was crazy and honestly played out much better. This one, it's a clear no from me. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Remember, I pick all these ideas from the comments. If you guys have an idea for a what if, drop it in the comments below, and one of your comments will be picked to be the next topic of the next what if in the series, man. So I'll catch you guys later. Appreciate you so much. Peace out.